Nick D, the man in the flesh. Why does this song mean so much to you that you want to put out a blog before you put the song out?
I don't know that I think I'm going to put them out at the same time. So that when people see it, they can then, if they want to, immediately go and watch kind of the behind the song, like why I wrote it. I want to put out the behind the song because there's always a reason why I write my songs. I'm not just putting out content to put out content. Like, it's always something that has affected me in a way enough to where I need to get it out. Like, I need to write it. I don't communicate well probably in the sense of like my feelings, right? So I always put it into song. I'll put that song out for people to hear it that way.
Okay. What makes you want to talk about such personal things in your life through music?
I think it really just boils down to not holding it inside of you, because if you hold things in, and it's a song I wrote, a totally different song that I wrote, where I talk about, people holding it in and it boils up and it turns into a volcano and it just explodes. Like, and you don't know when that might happen. Like, somebody could do the littlest thing to you, and all these other things that have just been boiling inside you for the longest time, and have nothing to do with that person, you could just accidentally just blow up at them.
Yeah.
So I think like it's healthy for me to write these things and to get them out of my system, to get them out of my head, so that I can put them out there, release them, and hopefully never think about them again.
Yeah. So it's like therapy.
Yeah, it's a therapy. It's a therapy for me. Yeah, definitely.
It's what everybody wants to get down to. Put some of these bars in here. So in your first verse, you got a crazy scheme that ends: breathe love, speak the movement. It's beautiful how it blooms right off your tulips. Fire. So I need you to explain that whole part right there, and what it means to you, and then what people might not understand when you go back and listen to it.
So I'm not really a bar heavy rapper, right? I'll throw a few in there, keep people on their toes, but it's all real life for me. So if I can squeeze a bar in and still talk about real life, then you'll get some bars. But it's not gonna be a bar just for the sake of a bar.
Yeah.
That's something that I just don't got it in me to just do that. But that line, I like that line. That's a good line. It's really, this song, it's about a struggle for me. So I wrote this song over like a period of 8 months, which I never do. If I write a song and it doesn't get finished that day, it's probably never getting finished. And that's why I have like 40 half-done songs on my computer right now. But so I wrote the first verse like 8 months ago. And then I wrote the chorus like 2 or 3 months ago when I was in Charleston. And I wrote it the like afternoon after I woke up with like one of my worst panic attacks that I had in a long time.
Okay.
And I got Lyme disease like 4 years ago. I was diagnosed with Lyme disease, and from that stemmed, I think, a lot of just like hypochondria. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's not, but it's real in here.
Yeah.
And it makes it really difficult sometimes. So I woke up in Charleston. I was visiting my dad for his birthday and Father's Day. I flew in like morning of Father's Day, morning of his birthday. Father's Day was the next day. We hung out for the day, and then I woke up the next morning like 6 a.m. and just freaking out, like thinking like a lot of my symptoms were coming back from, and whatever. I think it's almost like a trauma, like a PTSD or something from getting sick with Lyme disease, where I just feel like every little thing that's happening to me, it's like it's coming back all over again.
Like
and
a flashback.
And I just start to freak out. So I was ready to go to the ER. Like, I thought, like, you just feel like you're dying. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
So the chorus, all right, it goes, have you ever woken up with your mind held captive, right? So that was obviously what I was just talking about. I woke up and like my mind is just like, just buzzing in it. And I don't know how to explain, what a panic or anxiety attack feels like, but so yeah, have you ever woken up with your mind held captive? Have you ever woken up with your brain doing backflips?
Yeah.
And you don't know where the problem lies, you just feel you're dying inside.
Yeah.
And ain't no help to be found, right?
Exactly.
All of that's just how you feel, right? That's in a way, that's how you feel during a panic attack for me personally. There's two separate meanings to the could you come around, I need you now. One of them is my wife Amanda was in Florida, and I called her, because she calms me down whenever I'm having like an anxiety attack or panic attack. Like, it's the first person I call.
Yeah.
I think just like simply, hearing her voice or something just calms me down, right? So the second one is God, like, could you come around, like I need you now, like I'm freaking out, like calm me down.
Yeah.
Like, is this like, am I actually dying, or is this just another panic attack? Like, hook me up here.
Yeah. That kind of, since we're kind of deep right now, that kind of goes to your second verse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any like specific bars down, but your second verse, you seem to be talking about issues with someone, not knowing if it's people or whatever it may be, going in and out of your life. 'Cause it seems like like you're having a hard time holding on. It's easier to be one than find one. So, like, can you explain that a little bit?
Second verse, huh? So I just wrote that verse while I was in Germany a couple weeks ago. Which adds to the, I wrote the song over a period of 8 months.
Yeah.
That verse starts with big fish, little fish, Aish. And I always, I try not to cuss in my songs. Like, I'm not really a cusser anyway, but so I don't finish. But big fish, little fish, and that just comes down to the comparison between people, like, the hierarchy of people and where their ego puts them in comparison to another person.
Yeah.
Big fish, little fish, Aish. So I'm just putting myself wherever. You know what I mean? Most of y'all probably only here for a minute before you dip, and that's just kind of based on, like you said, people come and go, right? And maybe even people listening to the song, right? They might only watch, a little bit of it, never listen to it again.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to like get something in there, like most of y'all probably only here for a minute before you dip.
Yeah.
So if you are, remember this.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a real one in the mix, right?
Yeah.
Easier to be one than find one. Always leave it better than you found it. My grandpa really told me that when I was young. I never spent a minute trying to doubt it. And he didn't tell me the stuff about like hard to find a real one, whatever. He told me the always leave it better than you found it.
Yeah.
And that, that's lifelong. Like anything. Always, picking up trash on the side of the road. Like, you see a piece of trash, pick it up. You're leaving it better than you found it.
Yeah.
Like you walk into a room, you make 3 people smile, you left it better than you found it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Hard to find a real one in the mix. I think really that just boils down to people are so busy trying to be something that they're not. Right?
Okay.
They spend so much time trying to be something that they're not, that they lose themselves. Because people could be real, no problem, right?
Yes.
As if they just be themselves, that's enough for me to consider them real, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people are walking around pretending to be something that they're not, and that's what it boils down to for me.
Yes.
Hard to find a real one in the mix. It's not necessarily that people are doing me wrong,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That because a lot of people do me pretty good,
Yeah.
Like, people are nice to me, but I think it's just they struggle with their own identity. So that I just wanted to point out, hard to find a real one in the mix. Easier to be one than find one. So it's easier for you to just own up and be who you are. Stop trying to pretend to be somebody else than it is to find someone who's, and then once you act like you, people will want to be around you. People will want to learn from you. People will want to hear from you. They want to, because you have something that they can't seem to find, and it's because they're looking for something that's already with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're out looking, but it's like it's inside.
So you wanted to talk about the second chorus on the end, the heaven's sake.
For heaven's sakes, how long do I have to pretend like I'm okay? So that, I got issues with anxiety, panic attacks, like health stuff. and a lot of the time, it's not easy to be comfortable being transparent about it.
Okay.
So when you're around people, that's probably obviously not the first thing that you're gonna bring up. Like, hey, I'm Nick. Nice to meet you. I struggle with panic attacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just pretend like it's not a thing for you during the time when you meet people new, or even when you're hanging out with people that you already know, that you're just not comfortable being open with them. So, and I could just be sitting at the dinner table like having a panic attack, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm having a panic attack right now, like I'm out.
Yeah.
So it just boils down to like, God, like how long do I have to pretend like I'm okay? Like, why can't I just be okay? Like, why do I have to pretend like I'm okay? Like, just let me be okay. So that's, the end of the song. I wanted to end it with that. I actually wanted to make that a whole chorus for a whole nother song and build a song around it. But I really think it really brought the song full circle on that one. So I just put it there.
So going back to your grandpa told you always live it better than you found it. So anybody that listens to this song, what do you hope they get out of this so you can leave them better than what they were before?
I think what I want people to get out of the song is that nobody's perfect, right?
Yeah.
And I wrote that in the song. Alright, look, let me break it to you now. You're never gonna be perfect. Everybody is hurting. Everybody is searching. Everybody is worth it. Everybody is human. Go and take them to church, then let me get through the verses, right? I just want people to understand, like, I'm human, right? It's okay to be human. I'm not perfect. It's okay not to be perfect. And just own that, own your perfect imperfectness. Everybody's human. Go and take them to church then, right? Because it sounds like I'm preaching, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, go and take them to church then. Say, let me get through the verses.
Yeah.
Hold up, right? Hold up. Let me finish this.
Yeah.
So okay. So yeah, but when it comes to what I want people to get out of it, if something, that would be it.
Yeah.
But what I really want them to get out of it is what they need to get out of it, right? Because different people will get different things from the same song. People might get there. So for example, the Sorry I Don't Have Time For You song that I just put out like last week.
Yeah.
Someone wrote a comment that said what it meant to her was all of the drug dealers that would prey on her to sell her drugs, and it meant to her that she had to say to them, look, sorry, I don't have time for you. Like, I ain't got time for you.
Yeah.
And that was real. Like that, that's enough. Like that song, that's enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if one person
Yeah.
was like, dang, this made me like, okay.
And you probably never even thought of it meaning that to somebody.
No, which is one, which is why it's tough to say what I want people to get out of it. Like I want you to get out of it what you need to get out of it.
Yeah.
I want to do these little videos to show people why I write them, so that they can know me better, not so that they can get something out of it that they're not supposed to.
Okay. All right. Well, Nick D. So the questions I have for you, I really hope it blows up, because it definitely, to me, I think it needs to. A lot of people need the message of that song in their life. So,
hey, the last one, like over 113 shares or something right now, 7 point something thousand views. Like, hey, mama, we made it.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You don't expect, because that's all
In a
organic, bro. That's all organic. That's all local. Like, that's people coming together.
Yeah.
Like, that's not. I posted it one time, and people just like, if I post a song, it'll only reach the people that I already know.
Yeah.
Like it's no way that I could do this alone. It's no way that I could get the song to more people alone, right? People need, like, if people share it, that's the only way it's gonna get to more people than I can reach it.